With the book being called Beauty Redeemed, obviously redemption is a very big part of this book. And I started realizing a few weeks ago when I was at a book signing at a grocery store that redemption is actually kind of more of a biblical concept. It's not necessarily a worldwide concept. And so it was kind of interesting to me because there were a lot of people that came up to me and were like, oh, are these Christian books? Because they saw things like redeemed. And that's a catchword in like the Christian circles. That's not normally like a known phrase, I guess, in like the world outside of Christian circles. And so it really made me start thinking like about redemption and what that really means. And it is such a cool concept for us, and it's something that we want to share with everyone else in the world. And that's what sets us apart from the rest of the world, is that redemption and that redeeming love that we found in God and Christ and his sacrifice on the cross. So when you look up redemption in the dictionary, it is defined as something as a like buying back or bringing back. And so that's kind of how I've always been taught that it was growing up in a Christian home and Christian schools and church and all that. And it is just such a cool concept because it is the rescuing or retrieving or something that was lost or something that was separated from something. So we inherently as humans are separated from God because of our sin and because of our individual choices. It is only because of his redeeming love that we have a chance to regain that relationship with him and be restored to him and restored to heaven and live eternally with him. And so that idea of redemption was very, very big part of the second book. Obviously, I called it Beauty Redeemed for a reason, but I just really wanted to portray how everyone has darkness in them. Everyone has light in them as well. And it doesn't matter if you're born into a Christian home or if you're born into a non-Christian home. It's ultimately your individual choice to follow God or not. And accept that redeeming love. And so I really wanted to portray in the second book just the contrast between light and dark. And you will see as I talk a little bit more about Juliana and Darian, the main characters in this book, just kind of the contrast, but also the similarities between both of them. Juliana is a child of light, and she was born into the kingdom of light, and she is a princess of light. And so her whole life is the light. But yet you see this struggle with darkness inside her that she struggled with her entire life. She has ties to darkness. She's not untouched by darkness just because she was born into the kingdom of light and not just because she's a princess of light, And then you have Darian on the other side who was born in the realm of darkness, but he has this longing to be a part of the world of light, and yet he feels he's not worthy to be a part of that because he grew up in darkness. And so just kind of showing like everyone has light in them, everyone has dark in them. No one is unreachable, no one is unlovable, no one is unforgivable, and no one is unredeemable. It is up to each individual person to choose whether they want to live in the kingdom of light or in the kingdom of darkness.